Okay, now we're going to start exercise 2 in your lab manual, which starts on page 12. This is they call it hypothesis based. This is the experimental part of the Snail lab. So all of the previous stuff that you've watched has been observational science based, where you looked at the snails, you described the snails, you watch the snails move, you see what they do just based with your eyes, you don't manipulate them. Now we're going to experiment and manipulate the snails and see how they react. So the test that you're doing is you're going to have, again, your 4 snails, same 4 snails. You're going to expose them to 3 kinds of solids and 3 kinds of liquids. And those are sitting on this table right in front of me here. So I'm going to point the camera down so you can see them. Here they are. I don't know how well you can actually see that. There we go. So we've got soil, like it's sort of like dirt, but not quite. Detergent, laundry detergent. Flour, like you use for baking. Those are our 3 liquids. And then we have vinegar. I don't know how well you can read that because it's pretty bright. We're going to have milk, and we have sterile water, okay? So what you want to do is go to table 1.2 on page 12. And you want to list your substances, so put down soil, detergent, flour, water, milk, vinegar. Then what you want to do is come up with a hypothesis as to how do I think the snail will react to that substance. Is it going to love it? Will it be attracted to it or love it? Will it be repelled? Will it hate it? Or will it be indifferent? Will it just not care about it? And remember, hypothesis, that's the thing we call our educated guess. So you just have to guess. How do I think the snail will react? So for example, I'll show you, I'll write down one of my hypotheses right here. I'm going to say, let's say number 1 is soil, right? I hypothesize, I think snails will love soil. You don't even have to say I think. You can just say snails will love soil. So I'm going to get rid of even the think part right here. That's my hypothesis right here. Snails will love soil. And then there's this thing called a prediction. This is more specific than what you think the snail will do compared to the hypothesis. So the idea is, if my snail loves soil, then I think the snail will crawl into it and eat it up. Okay? That's my prediction. My prediction is like a very specific reaction I expect to see based on what I think the snail will feel or behave towards that substance. So what you want to do first is go through, fill this whole table out to start, okay? And while you guys are filling that out, I'm going to set up our first experiment, and I'm going to use the instructions that start down here at the bottom of page 12 that say design an experiment. So I'm going to start with the solids. First I'll do soil, then detergent and flour, and then I'll do the liquids. And you'll see I'm going to make, using our little boat here, I'm going to pour some of each substance out into here. I'm going to put the snails in, at least 2 of the snails at a time probably. And I'll let them go, and I'll set a timer and sort of see how they react. Okay? So, make your hypotheses and predictions.